Good morning. Well, we've woken up to the news this morning that the government has once again weaseled out of standing up for the rule of law and the Constitution and chosen through a cynical, manipulative move to set Jacob Zuma free. Surprise, surprise, he's the beneficiary of a brand new policy, the first beneficiary of a brand new policy that will see tens of thousands of prisoners released because of so-called overcrowding. This is yet another example about how this government, and particularly our president, who has once again shown his spinelessness, walking out on the principles that we should hold dear in any democracy, the rule of law and equality before the law. This is a cynical manipulation of the justice system as well as the powers of government, and demonstrates yet again why it is so fundamentally important for us to replace this government with a new government next year. The Moonshot Pact, the convention which is taking place next week, is the country's best chance to be able to come together around a common set of values and principles, to stand up for the rule of law and the Constitution, and get a government that's going to be in place that will serve the people of South Africa honestly and effectively, rather than ANC cadres. This also sets a terrible example for what is going to happen to those hundreds of ANC cadres whose names appear in the Zondo Commission report and for whom criminal charges are expected to be implemented. Does this now mean that if you've got an ANC membership in your pocket, it means that you have a get out of jail free card? It is time now for South Africans to draw a line in the sand. The cynical manipulation once again shows why this government is not legitimate and why it needs to be removed before it takes South Africa down the path towards a failed state. This is why it's important that every South African checks that they are registered to vote, checks that they are registered to vote correctly, and comes out to vote in the next election, so we can sweep this inept, corrupt, morally bankrupt government out of office and put in place one that's going to serve the people of South Africa.